Good morning to everybody. I'm going to be talking about the law of word creation. Sorry?
Yeah. Okay.
So, I want to believe that a lot of us has dreamt to say, we want to become wealthy. And some also have been thinking in their mind that how can I be wealthy? And some are asking the question, what are the rationale behind being wealthy? And what do I need? How do I go? How do I act? And all this comes with a big why. If you look at it, if you don't have a big why, there is no how you can get a how, a what, or where you are going. There was a young boy who actually had a master. And he said to his master, I want to be wise. And the master said, really, you want to be wise? The master said, okay, come closer. Let me show you. Then they start pouring. The master gave the boy a cup of coffee, and they started pouring coffee. And the master started explaining that, you know what, when I had some information, when I knew about, when I was in this age, the boy was saying, I know. Whatever the master was saying, who he actually wanted to learn from him. Because he said he wants to become wise. Everything the master says, he says, I know. And this is the reason why a lot of us today, we have not been actually become wise. Because we are unable to learn what we've known before to be able to learn. And the cup ran over, and the coffee split on the floor. And the boy started asking, Master, my coffee is flowing now, it's overflowing. The master said, when you meet a great man, what you need to do is to have an open mind. Also to take notes, and also to ask questions, so that your why can be greater. And when you look at it, second slide, there are quite a lot of laws concerning wealth. Last week, there's a lot of things we talked about. We have to have the dream, we have to dream big, because if you don't dream big, you can't get it. And if you don't act now, you can't be able to get to that level. And giving up is never an option. And that's why I'm going to be telling you today that every one of you are wealthy. Do you all know that?
Yes.
Do you know you're wealthy? You know you're wealthy?
Yes.
Fantastic. And when you go to the next slide, please. At the end of the day, when you look at this, your thoughts leads to your feelings. Your feelings, which is your emotion, it leads to your action. And your action leads to your results. And these are the very 4 components. If you want to become wealthy, you've got to take this component into actions. There's one thing I so much like about everybody this morning. We're all writing. We are all taking notes because we want to learn. We want to see things in different perspectives. We want to be able to put things into the real reality. And there is more to it. This is just a scratching of the surface of what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to implore you, the sharpest mind in life, it's that ink that is put on the paper. Today we're all here to learn, to see different things in different perspectives, to be able to learn in different areas, and how we can become more wealthy in these areas. So, this leads me to different areas where we'll be talking about the mastery, the 5 masteries of wealth. And what are those mastery of wealth? One of them is character. Your character, if you want to become wealthy, you've got to have a character that we talked about last week. We talked about, for those who are not here, I believe when Mr. Obuchu comes on board, we're going to see how some of those things that you've missed. We have the soft knowledge. We have the hard knowledge. And in the soft knowledge, these are where all these fall into. Your character, your habits. When you look at the world ones, they actually create a habit towards their lifestyle. And they look at how No matter how you look at them, no matter how you're closer to them, you will see that their convictions is actually act on time. And the perception about life is quite different to things that people do. And at the end of the day, it's all about this knowledge. If you remember, if you recall, I said those who knows rules over those who do not know. And what does the word knowledge mean? K-N-O-W. You're knowing things. You're reading things. You're exploring things. You are listening to things. You're traveling. You're taking information in place. You're writing it down. You're setting up a system. And when you set up a system, then you can have that L in K-N-O-W, L, which is leverage. Learning. Relearning. Because if you are not educated, you're either miseducated or uneducated. And this is why the school system has actually cheated some of us. And when you look at this other perception to it, the knowledge, the leveraging, the learning, you have those things, everything together, to be able to put a system in place. And that's why the rich, the wealthy ones, are able to employ the poor to be able to work for them in the real life today. Those who have system control those who do not have system. Whatever you're going to be learning, whatever you're going to be seeing today, I'll implore you to make sure you start acting immediately towards those by looking at how to create yourself, how to discover yourself, how to put a system in yourself. If you look at it, the world system has actually changed us. Because they tell us another day from age 0 to 25, you have to go through primary school, college, then you go to university, you graduate, then you hop onto the rat race. And this is the wrong perceptions that they've taught every one of us. And by the time you look at it, from age 21 to 35 or to 40, that is the stage where people start looking at different areas in working, affecting their mission, their purpose on earth, setting up a system to themselves, and be able to see how they can become a master in that field. I don't know what age you're in, but it's never too late. Because by the age of 40 to 65, it's not the age where you want to be making mistakes any longer. It is the age bracket where you want to be able to see how you've been able to perfect things, and how you've been able to set up a system, and how you'll be thinking about mentorship, coaching people, replicating systems. And so that by the time you are 70, you don't want to leave to be pleading to your kids to give you funds, to support you, to support what you do. Because when you're able to walk through that process, you should become a mentor and a coach and replicating those things that you've created at that stage. But nevertheless, these are all knowledge. We're going to be learning some of those in deeper details today. But here is it. There are quite a lot of things. A lot of people always say there are negative beliefs about money. When you see it from the township, some say, I don't have money, eh? Am I right? And what do they normally say again? I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Oh no, it is not mine. Which other thing did they normally say about money? Yeah, go ahead. Money is the root of all evil. Again, another one.
I think that money is just the resource. If you use it wisely to be a blessing.
Fantastic. Another one. Money is a resource. Money is just a tool. Some will tell you, I'm unworthy. I can't be wealthy. My family were poor. I have to die poor. You know what? Things are not easy here. We can't do it. We can't get it done. Because of what? Their community that they belong to. There are 4 things that affect a man. One of them is the books you read, the information you have, the system you've put in place, and the community you belong to. And this is why we're building a community, recreating, regenerating. Last week, I said that the greatest mindset on earth, the greatest thing on earth, or the greatest mountain on earth, is not that mountain of Kilimanjaro. It's your mindset. If this guy is reset, things can actually be done in the proper way. But when you look at this, in a very good holistic view, you will see that today we are in to be able to learn, to ask, to open up, to see how things are going to be. And there are 3 law of world creation. One of them is that of law of education. And education is actually divided into different perspectives. We do have the personal education, which is what you're doing today. The school system academic education is another thing. We do have the entrepreneurial education. Gone are the days they normally tell us that if you want to become a doctor, study medicine. If you want to become an accountant, study accountancy. If you want to become a lawyer, what are you meant to study? Law. If you want to become an entrepreneur, what are you meant to study? Business. If you want to become wealthy, what are we meant to study? Money. I like that. Again, another thing?
Get a coach.
To get a coach. To get a soft life. Or study life. Wow, fantastic. Everybody is brilliant. And when you look at it, if you want to become wealthy, it's never taught in average. It's only business review that they teach and they give us formula. But if you want to become truly wealthy, it starts in an environment like this. So, friends, today, we're going to be able to see things in different perceptions. I want to be rounding up today to let you know there are things that you've got to say to yourself. I want you to repeat after me about self-affirmation, money affirmation. I control money. I rule over money.
I rule over money.
I am wealthy.
I am wealthy.
I'm in charge.
I am in charge.
I'm a wealthier.
I'm a wealthier.
I'm a billionaire.
I'm a billionaire.
I'm a zillionaire.
I'm a zillionaire.
Money obey me. You see, she was not. I said, you are a billionaire. Say it after me.
I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
I'm a zillionaire.
Say you're a zillionaire.
I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. Because if you wake up on daily basis, this is energy because money is energy. And what money does is that it gives you resonance from your thoughts to your feelings, to your emotions, and to your results, which is your action. I don't know what to say to yourself when you wake up, but I'd like to say, if you don't have the right information, you can't have the right transformation. And transformation leads to wealth. Thank you so much. My name is Julius once again.
Thank you, Dr. Aroba. This is a great introduction to the day, and I hope you've all got notebooks and you're making lots of notes. So my key takeouts from that insightful start: knowledge. Knowledge leads to transformation, and then transformation leads you to wealth creation. So just a little aside, I was in Delmas yesterday. I'd gone to the Home Affairs Day to apply for my ID, and I was standing outside on the queue and I'm watching the people walk past. And a lot of them were like hurrying, and you could see they were all workers going somewhere. And I stood there and I looked at it and I looked at the environment and I thought, if only these people knew how much talent they have and how much wealth they have in themselves, they will not be herded around like cattle to go and do menial jobs. A lot of them, you could see they were dead serious about that. So it's something we need to be aware of. And sometimes we're unconscious. Sometimes we're unconscious about what we really need, what we really know. But reading is such an important thing. So we're going to introduce our guest speaker today, starting with a video. But I just want to leave you with this thought. Being ordinary is your choice.
Julius Oluwasegun is a workplace attitude and peak performance expert, a premium business strategist, mentor, career and life coach. He is the chief visionary leader of Merignos Consulting and Mentoring Limited, a foremost Pan-African company